Welcome to the Lads AM podcast, a show for those late night ramblings you only get when the rest of the world is asleep. This show is available in both podcast and Let's Play form. Check out our social media to find out how to listen the way you want to. Tonight, we are playing Uno.
Okay. You know what I will point laughing you about?
Well, that I still don't have the truck book, I'm aware.
Yes. Can't believe it. Ha ha!
How? Is there is Bronson just not letting you take it?
No, I just don't know where it's at.
Oh,
I
you
haven't asked my sister.
lost Bronny's book. Can't believe you.
No, I just haven't asked my sister. It's probably at her house.
Doesn't she know how important that book is to the podcast lore?
No, she does not.
Damn. Fake
That's a
fan.
shame. Can't believe you should do that to us.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But also, now that it's gone, it's also better.
Why,
We'll
so
never
you guys can
know.
harass me?
Oh, I was just saying.
Let's lore go deeper.
Yeah.
The longer we don't do it.
Yeah. It's the suspense that it adds, really.
It wouldn't have been as funny if we got it immediately.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's the book. And oh, that's not really a truck. Wow. That's hype. This is like an epic. This is like a tale old as time. People are going to be waiting on the edge of their seats to figure out if the truck book truly is a fraud.
I know, really.
I really want you to open the truck book and be like, yeah, well, here's a book all about trucks. Well, this is a kitchen sink. This is an emu.
No, it wasn't that stupid. They were all vehicles.
This is Donkey Kong for the N64.
I'm now learning that this is not a truck book, but an alphabet book. Whoops.
I just opened it to T and it said truck.
So I just assumed it was a truck book, so I got really confused by everything else.
Do you guys remember
This is a xylophone, not a truck.
like lots and lots of jets and planes?
Yeah.
And like lots and lots of trains, like the TV commercials for it.
Yeah.
It's like
and
that.
Those cakes.
Dude, the cake mix that you could put something in the middle of it.
Yeah.
That was the best one.
We should get those.
I've found like those compilations.
Oh, of like those old commercials.
Sometimes I watch them and then sometimes I'm like, you know what? Maybe I don't need this. I don't need to remember. Maybe these need to stay in the mind vault. I can't.
We don't
talk about
I don't even remember that used to be young.
I'm pretty sure it's all fabricated memories anyway.
Yeah.
I don't actually remember anything.
Dude, I don't remember anything either.
I didn't gain sentience until I think about this year.
This year.
Yeah, 2024.
Speaking of,
who are you guys?
Speaking of not remembering things, though, so listen to this, all right?
Let's hear it.
So, over the last few months, there's been these group of girls in one of my classes where I had put in the seating chart, oh, they sit here and here and here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, like 2 or 3 times throughout the month, on a Monday, they'd be like, no, you moved us last week or whatever, right? And I'm like, fuck, I did? Alright. And it got to the point where I was like, am I getting gaslit?
You're getting gaslit by
You're
children.
getting Larry Paul Tony again.
So, on this past Wednesday, I was having a meeting with my co-teacher, who co-teaches that class specifically with me, as well as a mentor. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking specifically about that class. And I realized that and we were talking about it, and I was like, I don't know what it is about these girls. I don't know if I'm just forgetting that I moved their seats or if I'm getting gaslit. And my co-teacher immediately looks me in the eye and says, "Oh no, you're getting gaslit." I'm like, "Why are you telling me now?"
Did they never step in for you?
Oldest
No!
trick in the book.
What kind of co-teachers?
I don't know.
They're like
Dustin.
they
I
heard
don't
it and
know.
like, no, you are getting gaslit 100%, not even a
The
question.
co-teacher's like, "Rookie." Every time they get you, your coach like, that's the old Larry Paul Tony right there.
Yeah. What's the female equivalent of Larry Paul Tony?
So there's Paula and Tanya.
Linda, Paul, Tanya.
Linda, Paul.
Linda, Paula, and Tanya.
Yeah,
Yeah, Linda, Paul, Tanya.
Linda, Paula.
You keep
Tanya.
saying Paul. It's Paul. Would be Paula.
Paula.
Right. You
Paula.
keep saying Paul.
It may have been cutting out. I was
Probably.
definitely saying Paula.
All right.
Tame and Paula.
They did that one song.
Yeah, that everyone loves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Everyone knows. Yep. Eye of the Tiger.
He believe you too.
I didn't believe him. Ain't that bad.
I don't know. I pulled one out. I'm like, maybe. Damn.
Who did I have the Tiger then?
Wait a minute. It's the
Tiger at the
Alright.
Rising up to the
No, if I say
Alright.
that, you guys are gonna just no.
No, Rob, you love this. Trust me. You love this.
I love this.
You have been a longtime fan of this. You may
I
have
find
even
that hard to
attempted to participate, according to your lore.
I may have attempted to participate. What does that even
Yeah.
mean?
Sing the words, Rob.
It's the eye of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our rivals. As the last known survivor stalks its prey in the night.
No, go again. Start.
What?
Go back a
He
couple.
knows the words.
He said it.
As the last known survivor stalks its prey in the night.
Yep.
He was watching us
as
all
the last known
survivor.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Survivor?
Yeah, we got there. They say the name in the song.
Literally, no matter what he was gonna say, I was gonna say, "Hey, you got it."
Dustin. That's worse.
I know. That's why I was gonna do. I was like, "Hey, you got it."
I was like, but he loves Survivor. Same band. The band Jeff Ropes is actually the lead singer of Survivor.
That's where he got the name of the show from.
He just he's like Elon Musk, where Elon Musk is just obsessed with the name X, so he names everything X. And he tried to make X PayPal.
Right.
Yeah, Jeff Probst is the same thing. He just really loves the word Survivor.
Except he's better at it, I guess. He gets more Survivor stuff.
He named his show Survivor. He made his band Survivor, and in their biggest song, he snuck in the word Survivor. It's huge.
Dustin, you can have that hand back.
I deleted Twitter off my phone recently.
Really?
Finally. Yeah. Welcome to the club. Dude, I did it the first week. I think I did it like 2 weeks after Elon took over. I was like, thank God.
Twitter's kind of got to the point now where it just keeps showing you stuff to make you mad.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Now it's just like, this isn't good for my mental health, and
dude,
I can't stay off the For You tab, so it's better if I just delete it. If I really want to go on Twitter, I'll go on my laptop.
God,
yeah, no, it is such a cesspool.
So you haven't seen what the most recent Elon thing? I'm guessing?
If it's within the past like 2 days, then no.
It kind of is.
Then yeah, I missed it.
So you know how like You know how like anti-Semitism is like terrible
Oh Christ.
on Twitter?
Yeah.
So first, him and some other famous person, I forget who it was,
Paul McCartney.
probably close. They went to they went to a concentration camp.
That was Ben Shapiro.
It was Ben Shapiro. Holy
He
Went
shit!
to a concentration camp.
They went to Auschwitz.
They went to Auschwitz. Yeah.
Oh no!
To kind of do a PR thing, right?
Yeah.
Not only
Wait,
that,
of all the places to go to a PR thing, you don't
They're
go
like-
to Auschwitz.
I can't be anti-Semitic. My platform can't be anti-Semitic, even though I openly like supported like the Great Replacement theory on the platform. Anyway, regardless, they went there as kind of like, you know, a PR thing, right? Later, Elon Musk makes the claim that if X existed during like World War II,
Yeah.
Oh no!
it would have prevented the Holocaust.
No!
He's pulling
he
Mark
No!
Wahlberg.
He really is pulling Mark Wahlberg.
He's
And
really
what's-
looking at World War II and saying, if I was there, it would have been a
If
little
I was
different.
there.
No!
I'm not saying I would stop.
You know what's and they had like fake tweets. Like there was a fake official Auschwitz account. He made fake tweets to prove it.
Oh my god.
You know what the craziest thing is?
What?
Please tell me he did not fake tweet as Anne Frank.
I think there may have been something about it.
Oh no!
I genuinely cannot remember. I can't remember all the fake tweets. But then people were pointing out, they're like, isn't this like the worst time to say that if X existed, a genocide could be stopped? When there's literally Israel and Palestine going on right now, very well documented on X,
During X.
and and it's not helping at all. In fact, it's making it worse. It's only doing bad. It was a weird. I was like, this can't be real. Maybe the going to go do like a, I don't know, going to go to, I mean, they're not the first celebrities to try to go to
No.
a concentration camp for clout.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, but they're not the first to do it. But to then go and say to pull Marky Mark.
Here's the thing. I mean, it depends on how you're going there for clout, though. Like, if your quote unquote thing of clout is just posting that you went to a concentration camp and you're honoring the fallen people, that's fine.
That's not for clout. That's for going for.
Well, I mean, it's still, you didn't
Yeah.
have to post about you going to a concentration camp.
Yeah. No, he actually also dropped a my friends are Jewish. I have Jewish friends.
So
Yeah.
you went there with Ben Shapiro.
Basically.
Ben Shapiro dropped a rap album.
Did you see the song? Because it was a
I
song.
didn't see it. Yeah, it's a song. Yeah, it wasn't an album, it was a song, but yeah.
Dude,
I haven't listened to it yet.
oh god, I had a real fun time. I think I may have officially found the worst musical artist in history.
Are you talking about Tom McDonald or are you talking about Ben Shapiro?
No, I'm talking about Tom McDonald.
Oh, he's awful.
Dude, I had never heard this before. So before I even listened to the one with Ben Shapiro, I'm
Mhm.
like, you know what? I'm just gonna listen. I'm gonna go like go see who this guy is, right?
hmm
I listened to this song called "White Boys."
Yeah.
Oh my god, it is the worst song I have ever heard.
funny how-
There's a line in it. It was so funny. It was like God hasn't made crazier motherfuckers than the white boys.
Oh no.
I'm like, what am I listening to? It was terrible. And then like it just the only way I could describe it was that it's just music for frat boy culture,
Right.
like the worst of the worst. And then specifically the song with Ben Shapiro is like, it's like you took your most racist, you fed an AI your most racist aunt and uncle's Facebook feeds and told it to write a rap song.
Right.
It's awful. It's like, oh god. It's just like every baseline it's like every baseline fear-mongering thing that they don't go into any. It's not like he's like rapping like in detail about why these things upset him. It's just like, y'all got pronouns. You want my pronouns. I'm not the man. Something like that, right? Like he just says pronouns because it's gonna make people angry.
Right.
Mhm.
And there's one that really it bothered me for the weirdest reason.
Mhm.
There's one line that's like he says, "We're not drug dealers. We're not gonna overdose." And I'm like,
Well, typically you don't OD on your
and
own
I'm like,
supply.
and I'm like, dude, selling drugs is not what causes you to overdose.
Yeah,
That's
I
not-
mean,
that's
don't
not-
OD on your own supply if you're a good dealer.
Even if it's just a bat, like take away like for a second the alt-right like anti-woke bullshit that the
Mhm.
song is.
Yeah.
It's just bad. It's just poorly written.
Yeah.
And it's terrible. And I feel like the only reason this guy has any following, because I looked at it, he has a pretty decent sized following.
He reaches top 100 sometime Billboard.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, this guy I feel like the only reason is because he's the only like right-wing anti-woke rapper. Or like he just has like he has to have like a monopoly.
The only pretty much, yeah. There's only like a few, and they get like
Yeah.
around the same level of fame. But yeah, he gets like the most.
And I'm like, dude, especially because like especially like when you really get into rap, it's really about like substance.
Right.
And it's just nothing. It's just like blatant fear mongering. But then he's like, and at one point he's like, one line is literally, I wonder what would Ben do.
What would Ben do?
And
Oh,
then Ben
no.
Shapiro, he raps on it.
No.
It's dude, he taught I saw the but mixed in with all of the like terrible like, oh, the libs are gonna hate this one comments.
Mm-hmm.
If you look through it, you can find the people that are like like, dude, Ben Shapiro talks faster on the Daily Wire than he does in this rap. Because he talks so slow.
Right.
And it's just terrible. He makes some kind of reference to WAP.
Oh. Yeah.
And he's like, WAP is a bad thing. And I'm like, Ben, yeah, I'm sure I believe you.
Right.
WAP is yep.
Terrible.
I can understand why you would hate it so much. Like, it's god awful. I was just, although I'll admit, after he finished his verse, I'm like, please tell me Ben gets a second verse. Please
you need to get more of it.
Please tell me. It is so terrible. It is so. It's funny how bad it is.
Yeah, it's funny how quickly Ben can go from rap music isn't real music to, being on a rap song itself. It's odd how all it took was an untalented racist white guy to rap to get him interested in it. Oh, suddenly it's real music. Suddenly it's good music, huh?
God ain't made
crazy
it.
How that works.
Motherfuckers and the white boys. I'm like, dude. At one point in that song, they're like, our cars are loud. And I'm thinking of Loud Ass Car.
I rolled
Glendale. And I'm like, dude, I don't think whatever crazy shit a group of white boys gets up to, they're the only group of people that think it's cool and are not actively being annoyed by it.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't think of a group of white boys going crazy that doesn't just bother everyone around them.
That aren't also white boys.
Yeah. Like, yeah, man. Hey, frats aren't that bad. We just have a bad look in the media. I'm like, there's a reason for that. There was like I think between fraternity and film majors, where I went to college. Very small Venn diagram.
Yeah.
But the middle did exist.
That sounds unbearable.
And they did like a documentary on why frat culture isn't as bad as the media makes it out to be. And considering how like the group outside of that Venn diagram, being the film majors outside of the middle, are going to be like the most like progressive, like frat culture is disgusting.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Similar kind of concept of like, yeah, maybe not all fraternities, but why is it always fraternities?
Yeah.
Kind of like that. It was a very awkward like film screening to sit through. And I sat through the silent intro film screenings like 3 times. And that was unbearable. This was worse. Oh god. I can't believe. There's this one video that I really like that's of a guy pretending to be Ben Shapiro and making fun of Ben Shapiro rapping. And I had to like watch that to cleanse the palate.
Because it was better.
Because it was better.
So when are we making our disc track on, Ben?
When are we releasing our rap album?
Dude. Matt, you write lyrics for me and I will rap them.
We're gonna save the game for white rappers.
Dude, wait, so you said that they were going by what, the White Boys?
No, that was just a song they had.
Oh, well, let's release our song, White Lads.
White lads.
Yeah.
Bunch of lads.
Well, 2.5 white lads. 2.5 white lads. I mean, it's close enough, right?
I don't know. I'm listening to Tom McDonald, and I'm like, dude, Eminem did so much for white rappers.
Can't you throw it away like that?
Why would you ruin it like this?
They did so much for you.
Yeah, he tried.
Rap would be so difficult for white rappers if Eminem didn't exist. It would be so difficult.
Yeah.
You spit in the face of Vanilla Ice every time you speak. How dare you? The Beastie Boys would be so ashamed.
Is like shock rap just white rap? No, certainly not.
What do you mean by shock rap?
Like Beastie Boys, Eminem, like the really kind of angsty. I feel like whenever I think of shock rap, I think of like
it might kind of be white rap.
Maybe I should say Slim Shady more than Eminem. I don't know. I'm not too well versed. I might be using the wrong.
Matt, fun fact: it's the same guy.
No,
I don't know if you're aware.
No, I mean, Slim.
Superman is also Clark Kent.
I mean,
I don't know if anyone told you.
Whoa, Dustin, what about Marshall Mathers?
I mean, I meant shock rap. Might be wrong. Not Eminem versus Slim Shady.
I have a show for you called Hannah Montana. I think I might blow. I think you really like it.
Dude, I heard you're a fan of Miley Cyrus.
Dude, you love Miley Cyrus. You'd love Hannah Montana.
Alright, so this is redheaded girl on the show Victorious. You might like her singing. Then there's also Ariana Grande.
Oh, you mean Kat Valentine?
Yes.
Of both. Wait, is Kat from Victorious?
Victorious.
Also the same Cat from Sam and Cat?
Unfortunately,
is that what you're telling me? Wow. With Jeanette McCurdy?
Yeah.
Dude. The Jeanette McCurdy?
Yeah.
Dude, she wrote a book.
Dude, I want to get that book.
Get it.
I was watching a YouTube video that this is a YouTuber I watch who puts out like stupid long videos about analyzing Nicktoons or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so he wanted to go over the last bit of the Sam and Cat show. So we've released a 9.5 hour video. as one does.
That's
so does he actually do any sort of like, I don't know, investigation or whatever into it, or does he just like recap all the episodes?
He recaps the episodes and dives into a lot of things. So the last 3 hours were dedicated just to talking about Jennette McCurdy, her life, a little bit into her book, but not a whole lot, and about how fucked up basically it was for her being on the set of Sam and the Cat.
Yeah.
And there's some... Dude, I didn't realize how fucked up her life was. Holy shit, listening to the things he was saying. It is so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
The shit she had to deal with.
Yeah.
The emotional abuse, it was absurd.
I remember watching one clip, it was like one excerpt from her book, and she was like talking about like how like because Ariana Grande was so successful, she would just like not be at shoots.
Yeah.
And they'd have to write her out of episodes.
I
was like, that's gotta feel like shit.
Here's the even shittier part is back when she was in iCarly, she tried launching her own music career. And they were not nearly as flexible with her as they were with Ariana Grande either. But the most fucked up part was near the end. So she has like a boyfriend of a year or so, right?
Mm.
And finally she has reached like her decision point where she's deciding that like she's getting help or whatever. She needs to talk to him about these serious things or whatever. And he's like, oh, I also have something important to share. And what he shares is that he is the reincarnation of Jesus Christ.
No! That's so... I mean, I'm glad it's nothing bad. Like, it's nothing like... I thought it was going to be something, like, sad. It was going to put a lot of stress on her.
Well, it still did. She basically heard that and was like, interesting.
Yeah.
I think she was like, you should tell your parents.
Here,
and then like the next day, his parents call her and they're like, yeah, we think it's best we put him in a hospital for a while. But yeah.
Hey guys.
Don't go to dinner with him.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
I've got something to tell you.
Yeah, you got something to tell us?
I got something to tell you.
Yeah.
I had a glass of water yesterday.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And
nice. Glad to hear it, I guess.
When I went to drink it.
Oh no.
Got a little tipsy.
You got a little tipsy.
A little tipsy? I don't know why. A little tipsy?
You got drunk on water.
I think I poured water.
Who knows what he drank?
I don't know what I drank. Just saying.
Were you at
Just
work?
saying. If I disappear for a little bit, probably be back.
Disappear for a couple of days. I'm not going to supper with any.
Next time we go out to get hot pot or something, I'm watching all of you. Fenning's like, can I have a fork, please? And I'm like, no, you will not. I can fight off chopsticks.
It's gonna suck when we go get hot pot and Matt has an announcement he wants to make at the beginning. It's like, oh no.
Dude, Matt takes his fork, dings the cup as though he's making a toast.
I hold up the spicy pork and I'm like, this is my body.
My body. You have like the soba or whatever. It's like, this is my body. You pour in the shot glasses for all of us.
Alright. Wait. I only just now figured out the fuck you're trying to pull.
No,
oh my god.
I knew he had no idea what joke you were going for. That's why he asked you, was this at work?
So long.
God, you're stupid.
Well, I thought he would moved on to a new topic. I thought we were moving on to something new.
That's amazing.
That's so funny. Guys.
Only once you were like, this is my body, I was like, what? And I was like, oh my god, he's still talking about the Jesus Christ thing.
I'm still talking about Jesus Christ.
Getting tipsy off of water.
Well, here, all right. So get full transparency at this point, okay?
Yeah.
You're over here talking about how you get a little tipsy, and then you're keeping an eye on us. I thought you thought someone had drugged you.
It's like, no, I'm worried. I'm more worried about more of like a physical attack.
Wondering who the Judas is.
There you go.
Yeah, no, I get it now.
Attaboy.
Oh my goodness.
Took you 2 minutes, but
That's
like
great.
I said, I thought we had moved on.
Yeah. I mean, I can only imagine what the conversation sounds like to someone who doesn't know what's going on.
I was
honestly,
lost.
if for 1 second you don't know what's going on, I could see the conversation just being way too confusing to follow.
Yeah.
And just making it worse. I understand.
Look, sometimes you need to be a little slow for me. Okay, you should know
I might
by
be
now.
Okay.
So, Dustin.
I'm Dustin.
The other day,
Yes.
as we were winding down for the night, I don't remember who brought it up, but an interesting discussion was brought up.
Uh-oh.
And the discussion was, how do eels have babies?
Do they lay eggs like fish?
Well,
here's the thing, Dustin. We've never seen it happen.
And by we, he means the collective humanity.
We've never seen it. I forget what we were talking about, but I had just heard recently something about like we don't know how eels are born.
Yeah. And that led to us watching a video saying, where are eel testicles?
Basically, what it comes down to is that they change like pretty drastically from when they're young. And for a longest time, we didn't know that. We thought they were like separate things. And a bunch of old people, a bunch of old like scientists thought that it was like some weird like horsehair falls into the water and turns into an eel or something.
Yeah, think of people having known caterpillars have existed for hundreds of years and butterflies have existed for hundreds of years, and we just didn't know that caterpillars became butterflies.
We had never seen a cocoon for somehow.
That
so apparently Sigmund Freud
Freud gets involved.
Sigmund Freud, which I remembered from a Salmonella clip, just offhand that I had heard this before, apparently just like mutilated the bodies of a ton of eels, trying to find balls.
Where are your babies?
Basically, well, it wasn't really where are your babies. It was more like where are your balls?
Yeah,
because that was what started it. Was like you would think that an eel, you would have to have
some sort of reproductive
organ, testicles, in order to have a child.
I mean, you're here.
I'm pretty sure.
And yet, no eels have ever had balls.
I'm pretty sure this is the first time the word testicle has ever been said on the podcast. So
probably.
Let's clap for that one.
Yeah, dude, I can say other words that haven't been said on the podcast, but they might get us canceled.
I think you can think of one. Yeah,
you can think of a couple.
One. I got nothing.
Basically, what it reduces down to is that they start out as like Tynamos, the Pokemon.
Yeah.
In like some plays in some part of the ocean where like currents are like go crazy and circle. So it's like hard to get to. And from somehow they escape it and then just travel and turn into eels. But we don't know how they get there or how they grow. And we've just never seen it.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
And this led to a conversation that Matt would feel safer going to space than the middle of the ocean.
100%. No, I opened with that. I opened with I feel like we know so much more about space than we know our own ocean, which takes up 75% of our planet. And the only thing I know that are down there are like anglerfish, right?
Anglerfish are down there, yes.
Those scare the shit out of me.
Okay.
They're so scary. The only thing I know down there are anglerfish, and an imploded submarine. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I know are down there. I would feel much safer going to space than I would the ocean, because in space everything's like trying to like float. In the ocean, everything's trying to crush you constantly because of pressure. I don't know. But then we're watching this video and I'm like, do you see what I mean? Do you see? We don't know. We don't know
the things at the surface.
We barely know this shit.
Just to clarify though, Matt, when you say that you are afraid of the ocean, does that mean like you wouldn't go deep underwater, or does that mean like you would never go on a cruise?
No, I've been on a cruise before.
Okay, so it's just going like
compared depths of the ocean and space.
Yeah, I mean
deep end,
like,
yeah.
I mean like deep ocean. I'm not afraid of water.
So I know it's about the podcast and not the game, but remember when I had one card?
I take a drag. Take a long drag of my cigarette. Yes, the good old days. Many years ago.
But yeah, that was a weird tangent that we went down about eels.
Like eels don't know. We don't know where eels come from.
Yeah.
It's insane. I forget where I heard it originally, because I heard it offhand not too long ago. And I'm like, is that real? And then we just happened to bring it up. I gotta watch more of that guy's channel. I'll have to find it. It was really good.
Yeah, no, I don't remember the YouTuber, but it was a really good.
I'd never seen it before.
That's interesting. Talking about the eel birth or lack thereof.
Like, it probably just comes from like muck. They're probably just mud creatures.
Yeah.
That's what people were saying. Remember, like early on.
Yeah, true.
They were all coming.
People were just like, they just come from mud.
Yeah, they're
no
probably just
basis
like
for that at all.
They're like, we just need an answer.
They were just fully prepared to make one up.
Kind of insane.
Yeah.
Wacky world we live in.
Yep. How's work been, Dustin?
It's been work.
It's been work?
Yeah.
Did you see the Twitter post I tagged you in?
Maybe.
It was the USPS account, the Twitter account.
Oh, you like tagged me on Twitter?
No, I sent it on I sent it in the Discord.
Oh, I think I must have missed it.
And I said it was the official USPS Twitter account. I was like, is this your guy? And they basically tweeted like, what if you tried rizzing them up with a letter? I'm like, Dustin, did you get access to the Twitter account?
No, I did not.
The top reply was like, you know what? Actually, stamps cost money. I'd rather get rejected for free.
Fair.
True.
I started looking at the United States Postal Service Twitter account.
Yeah.
They've got a couple attempts to be a Wendy's.
Yeah.
To be a Denny's.
They try a couple times.
They've tried a couple times, and I'm like, what a weird brand.
I mean, it's the thing in 2024. Everyone has to try to be that.
Yeah, I remember learning about that in like my social, like couple classes I took on social media in college. I was like, it's basically like brands didn't know what to do on social media, and then like Wendy's figured out that like they tried to be like, basically they tried to be Facebook on every platform.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, on Facebook we just kind of post like kind of things that are a little bit more like professional, like ads, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was like accounts like when Wendy's and Denny's were like, oh, well, there's different languages for different social media sites, so like you don't want to be overly like professional on Twitter. But then every brand started doing it, and then it got oversaturated real quick.
Yeah.
So now it's like only a few that
you need to have a good balance.
Work.
Now you get like no attention at all if you don't do that, pretty much.
Yeah. But then if you do, but now like the silence, the silence brand meme.
Yeah.
It's like that stick bug looking thing of like shooting a laser.
2 lasers, yeah.
Now we hate it. Now we don't like it.
We hate it, but it still needs a little bit of it in order to pull it off.
Yeah.
So you gotta find the perfect. You like always do the right thing. Never do a bad meme. It's like, just literally always be perfect with your posts, and you'll be fine.
Hey, wait! Don't. Oh wait, is there a way to pause?
No.
Shit! I want to show you guys something.
Oh.
Did that pause it?
No.
No.
Can Rob pause it?
I don't think so.
What if we just agree to let us all keep drawing cards as time runs out?
You can show. I have 2 monitors. You can show me on one monitor, and I can play on the other.
Okay. I want to show you guys something.
Okay.
Something I've been waiting to show you guys for a while.
Let's see it.
Okay.
You may notice that in the topics channel I put my name.
Yeah.
And I'd like to show you what that is.
Why?
Well, couple, for a while we've had a question about me.
No.
Which is what part of Africa I'm from.
Let's go.
You did it.
And I'm proud to say I have the answer.
No, you did it. You did a DNA test?
I did.
Did you see it already? You save it for now.
I've seen it already, but I specifically did not tell either of you that I did the test or that I at any point had the results.
All right, so before we get into the results, when did you do this test?
I think it took I got it sometime in like December. It took a while. It took like 8 weeks.
Yeah, it takes a while to get it done.
Well, then if it was 8 weeks, and it was like early December, even back in November.
Yeah, well, my mom asked me my mom had done it before for her and my grandmother. And I basically had asked her, I was like, hey, how did you do this? What did you use? She said she used ancestry.com.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And she was like, I didn't know what to get you. I didn't know what to get you for Christmas. Do you want that? And I'm like, yeah, that sounds sick. So.
Well, before we continue, y'all good with Uno on that?
Oh, I got kicked.
Yeah, you got kicked.
Anyway, okay, doesn't matter.
Yeah, you showing us the thing doesn't matter.
Restart. So there's so let's this actually has everything, obviously, not just Africa. I'm interested to see a couple things, but here we go. If you want to look at this real quick.
All right. Oh no!
Just missed out of Japan.
No, forget that. I just missed out of Chad.
Hello. I did miss out on Chad. So to answer the question of what kind of black I am, it seems to be this region.
Okay, so the region of DR. I don't know if you're streaming this or not, or if this will. Well, I don't know if you're streaming it. I don't know if you're recording this.
I am.
Say. Okay,
I am.
So it looks like it's the DRC area, Angola, Namibia, Zambia,
somewhere around
Gabon, maybe even Cameroon. Okay, does it say like a tribe or? Because that's a very wide area.
Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantu peoples.
Okay, so it's the Bantu people. Okay, Western Bantu peoples. Okay,
that's me.
All right.
That's the highest. That's the African area with the most.
Damn, you got a wide range.
The most percentage.
Yeah, no, he's a little all over the place.
If you're looking what kind of white I am, we have Ireland and Scotland, which I knew. I knew that was the kind of white I am. I think the only other thing is over here. There's a little bit over here.
Holy shit, you're Asian?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You just missed out of Japan.
Dude, I was talking to Georgia about this earlier. And I was like, dude, not only did I just miss Chad, imagine if
Matt came out as Japanese. Oh no.
Imagine. I'd be like, being a weeb is my birthright.
Still though. Yeah, Vietnamese, Thailand, like this is Southeast Asia.
Yeah, I talked to Stan. This is what I talked to Stanley about earlier.
Oh, that's
when I left Discord, I'm like,
I figured it was D&D stuff.
Tell me about this. What do you make of this?
What do you make of this? It's like, yeah, it looks like Asia to me.
No, he told me it's probably more like down here. And then he told me it was like he was giving me his historical background. He's like, either it was like probably like California Gold Rush or something like that. It was his interpretation. Or like something like that. It doesn't if you look at me, you don't really see it, but if you like look at like my grandmother and like pictures of my great grandparents, you can kind of see like, oh yeah, I could see a little bit.
On your mom's side, you're saying?
On my mom's side, yeah. This is all from my mom's side. The Asian is from my mom's side.
Okay.
Which I had heard before, but I never really looked into.
Dude, you're Chinese. Wait. Screw up. You're North Korean?
No, not North Korean.
Holy shit, Matt. What were the kids like? How'd you survive?
I'm not North Korean.
How'd you get out?
How did I get? Well, fun fact, Rob, I was never there. I've actually never been to any of these places.
I like how it doesn't show the U.S. at all.
Well, I mean, it goes back, right?
Yeah, it doesn't count that.
It's not where I'm. I know this one. I know this right here. I know that.
Yeah, you want to zoom in right where your house is and watch yourself?
Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Speaking of which, you're gonna need to really make sure that you're not showing anything that you can't show.
I can crop it out. It's fine.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is you got to make sure that you are careful with that. What about Europe? Anything Europe? I saw a couple things Europe. All right, so mostly UK, Ireland, and then Scandinavian.
All over Europe, man.
Yeah,
Norway.
So what are
really everything in my 23andMe was all in Europe. Never left any part of Europe.
Yeah, I've never done a DNA test, but I'm guessing mine also doesn't really go out of Europe.
It probably stays like around like this area, maybe.
Well, I know for me specifically,
I'm tomato Europe.
I'm a German more than
anything,
so
you're around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like, hey, what kind of white? Here's as someone who is basically 50-50. I haven't done the math, but someone who's half black and half white. It's like, oh, well, here's your white. Here's your black.
Here's your black. And then you're like, wait, what?
I truly am the great equalizer.
Dude, so this whole time I was saying Richard Moore is Asian when it was Matt.
It was me, Barry.
Matt, I need to ask an important question, okay?
Wait. Dustin wants to explain the bit.
For those of you who don't know, our friend Richard is very white. If for some reason, I guess for probably about as long as he knew him, Robert thought he was part Haitian.
I did. You said that for as long as I knew him. After I found this out after like 3 years.
Well, honestly, you never know. Maybe we need to see his.
Question, Matt.
Yeah.
With zero context at all, can I just DM George A screaming Matt is Asian?
Oh, George A already knows.
He just said
George A knows?
Yeah.
When did you talk to George A?
Today at the gym.
Does Fanning know?
Fanning does not know.
Can I DM Fanning?
Sure, you can do that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I told George A when I did it. I just specifically kept it from you two because...
No, I mean, that's totally fair. No, that's incredible. Wow.
I am from the Democratic Republic of the Congo region. I am from here.
Matt, wait. George, I went to part of your home.
He did say that I was probably part of Rwanda. Yeah. There it is.
There it is.
Now I gotta go live in Greece to make up for it.
Find a super friend who does trips in Greece, I guess.
Oh boy. Dude, as soon as you were like, we've been talking about it for a while, I was like, did Matt get a DNA test?
Did I get a DNA test? I did.
Oh my god.
Turns out you're 100% Matt.
Yeah, that's me, man. Dude.
So, is there any other information you get out of this? So, alright, so hang on. So, on the right, it actually shows the percentages.
Yeah.
So, wow, it's really all over the place. So, more than anything, you're Irish.
Pretty much.
So, Irish, then it's Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantu peoples. Then Scotland, then Southern China. That's the fourth one.
And then you go England, and then you get Nigeria.
Yeah,
towards the bottom you get a lot of the African.
That is absolutely crazy.
Hey, 50-50, man.
Wow.
50-50 since day one.
I've seen a number of people's and DNA results like this, Matt. This is far from the first persons I've seen, but yours is by far the most diverse.
Yeah, let's go.
I think you're the only person I've seen span 3 continents, so that's absolutely crazy.
I'm just a goat, man.
All right.
George's first question, or he wanted me to ask Stanley if I unlocked any new funny words, is how I'm going to phrase it.
Oh my goodness.
And I asked Stanley and he was like, nah. I'm like, you know what? Understandable. George A wants to know the answer more than I do.
Dude.
Damn. Well,
this makes me want to do one now, even though it would almost all just be like Germany.
Dude, spitting in that tube sucked.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it not just hapoo?
No, you have to do so much.
You have to fill up half the tube.
And it feels so like you're in your mouth going like trying to make as much as possible.
Uh-huh.
And then you spit it and it goes nothing. And I'm like, oh god, you can't, you have to not eat for half an hour before.
Yeah, because then the food in your spit will mess it up.
Yeah, and then you're just like, oh, this sucks, and your mouth is so dry, and you're like, oh, yeah, dude, it was terrible.
All right, should I follow up now and do one of my own?
I think it's interesting. I could have done the more expensive one that told me medical history and stuff.
Right.
I didn't really care. I don't need to. Honestly, I was more of I don't want to know that.
Well, not only that, but I highly doubt, even if you've got medical history, I doubt that's something you want to share too much of on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm I know what diseases exist in my family. I don't need to know anything
crazy
more than
podcast.
that.
Matt found out that he's very likely going to get brain cancer.
Yeah.
Yay.
And then every time I get a headache for the rest of my life, I'm going to be so freaked out.
You go to the doctor with every headache.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm going back. Thank you. I'm going to rejoin Uno.
Yeah, Dustin also got quit, so.
Yeah, real quick. The reason I got kicked out.
Oh, are you showing yours?
Yeah.
All right.
Not exactly as wide as Matt's.
Is there a way you can show this?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, wow. This is
it stops right there.
Wait, it doesn't even show you the rest of the map.
Because there isn't any. I'm white.
Dude, not only are you white, but you managed to hit pretty much every European country.
Sort of, yeah. Broadly, at least.
I mean,
there's a part where broadly European.
What are those? What's the countries all the way up there? What is that supposed to be?
No.
That's just that's not like inhabited lands.
Broadly European. You might be from here. This is in the vague area where it's going to plump them in there.
Dude.
Whoops. Yeah, British, not just Portuguese. I knew that one. Central and Southern Portugal. No
I mean, you knew you were Portuguese.
Yeah.
Dude, it's actually
73%.
Dude, I don't even have a number that high.
No, that's why I was shocked when I saw that your high was 14%. Mine doesn't even go as low as 14%, except for the broadly stuff. That's just stuff they couldn't find.
Well, Eastern European.
That's what I'm saying. That's like the broadly stuff. That's like they're saying, "Oh yeah, you're probably from Eastern Europe."
That's
silly.
Yeah.
Although if it's 99.9% European, where's the 0.1%?
Unassigned. It could be anywhere.
Lol.
Dude, maybe it's Democratic Republic of Congo.
Maybe.
Probably not.
We're brothers.
Definitely not.
Maybe we're brothers.
This is the closest I get to any sort of melanin.
Dude, you're Balkans. Like Georgia?
Maybe. I might be Greek like Georgia.
Yo.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All of it. Possible.
Huh?
Yeah, that's mine. Not as interesting as I was hoping when I first did it.
Yeah, you're white. It's like I paid money to know that.
$100 to know I'm European. At least I know an exact number of my Portuguese. Like, oh, cool, just about 75%.
Oh boy. All right, I'll have to get mine done, and we'll follow it up on a future podcast.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right. You gonna get back in, Dustin?
Yeah.
I think we still got like half an hour to go.
Yeah. We're at about an hour.
Oh boy, though. I don't know how we follow that up though.
I don't know.
Huh. Oh boy. I had an experience earlier.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so what was it? Back on D&D night, when we were waiting for Dustin, I believe.
The most recent,
this past Monday.
What was supposed to be the last session, but we
was supposed to be the last session. Ended up being penultimate session.
Yeah.
I am planning a trip to Europe.
Oh, you mentioned this, yeah.
I wanted to get my first ticket. I wanted to start actually buying stuff. So I'd found a good flight plan. The vague plan for my trip, and I say vague, the plan for my trip is going to be to go fly from here to Iceland, spend a couple days Iceland, then go from Iceland to Switzerland, head east to the small nation of Liechtenstein, and then basically spend a month in Italy.
Nice.
Okay.
while visiting a couple of other smaller countries. So the first thing I needed to book was a flight from home to Iceland. So I found the flight I was going to take. It was like $300, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, this looks like a solid flight. Everything's good. I'm filling out all the stuff. I click on purchase ticket. It doesn't work. Try again. Doesn't work. Then I said, oh, I know. This is a decent purchase. Maybe it's being detected as fraud. So I checked my phone. Sure enough, I have a phone call from a fraud detection agency. And they're like, yeah, we noticed an unusual purchase. So I said, all right. So I need to call up the number. And it's going like through this automated system. And it's like, all right, we detected 3 unusual purchases. So we need you to confirm them. And I'm like, okay. Did you try to make this purchase for this flight? Yes, I did. Did you try to make this purchase for this flight? And it's like clearly the second time I hit the button. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Like a minute later.
Right.
Maybe.
And I'm like, okay, this third one, I think I hit the button a third time, no worries. Did you make a $1 purchase on eBay yesterday? Wait, what? No, I didn't. The fuck is going on? So I'm like, wait, did I just accidentally stumble upon fraud of my card? So I say no. And of course, that leads to me having to wait for a real person. So now I'm on hold, keeping in mind, I'm sitting there muted in D&D chat, and I'm like, if Dustin joins, this is an awkward position I'm now in.
Right.
Because I didn't know how long I was going to be on hold for. Fortunately, after like only 8 or so minutes, I was able to get on with someone. And they're talking, and they're like, okay, I'm going to run through a couple purchases. They confirm that I tried making the flight. And then we're talking about the eBay thing that I thought was suspicious. They asked about a $3.50 purchase on eBay. And I said, yes, that one was me. I made a actual purchase. They said that the $1 thing was the guy just testing my card, making sure it works. Yeah. It's a common thing for eBay where they'll just put like $1 and then take it back or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, needless to say, no fraud was on my card.
Oh, they didn't find the thing I did?
Huh?
No, never mind.
Shut up. But
thanks for the new monitor, buddy.
TV that I bought off your card.
But they then said, "Oh, we'll try purchasing your plane ticket now," and I still couldn't.
Still
so
on the phone?
Said, "Yeah, no, I'm on the phone." They're like, "Try it now," and I'm like, "Okay," and I try it, and it still won't let me. So they're like, "Oh, that's not great. You're gonna have to talk to your local bank about that." And then, as people do, I've gotten busy in life.
That happens.
So I still have not talked to my bank about this. And it only occurred to me earlier today that if I don't talk to my bank soon, my card might get canceled.
Oh.
Because they think that it's not legit purchases.
They'll just up and do that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Basically, what I'm getting at is I need to call my bank and get this.
Yeah.
I think at worst they'll like pause it until they finally get the call from you.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll like flat out cancel it.
I will say,
I thought the eBay thing was gonna be like a fake thing to like test you or something.
Nope. Well, that's what I thought it was going to be. Was like,
they test
or what do you mean a fake thing to test?
some banks I've heard do something like that where they'll like say another fake one they just made up. If you just say yes to all of them, it's like, hey, wait a second.
Oh yeah.
That last one I just made up. Why are you saying yes to all of them?
Interesting. But yeah, no, I need to get going on that again.
Yeah, definitely. So you can get that trip going.
Yeah. It also occurred to me that we're gonna have to figure. We're gonna either I'm not gonna be on the pod during the summer, or we're gonna have a weird schedule for the pod because I'm gonna be at a 6-hour time difference than y'all.
Yeah, what is like that?
Y'all are gonna do an 11 p.m. podcast. It's gonna be 5 a.m. for me.
So I'm also thinking, like, what about Dungeons and Dragons?
Just find a good story reason for you two work together. Find a story reason why.
Honestly, yeah,
your character had to disappear.
Dude, put me in jail again. Fuck it.
Put you in jail. But what I'm thinking is like,
what is it? Genuinely, seriously, Matt, I would say when we get around then, find a story reason for me to just be out of commission.
I'm just wondering when it is.
So my plan is to leave early July and come back like mid-August. It's like 5 weeks.
Okay, yeah.
So like we'll be like in the heart of the campaign 4.
We'll be a couple months in at that point.
Yeah, we'll be a bit bad.
That's actually honestly way easier.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, if we can just find a reason for my character to be away for a little bit, I'm totally fine with y'all doing some of the D&D sessions without me.
Yeah. I'll figure it. Okay, I'll figure it out.
Alternatively, because I do plan on having access to my phone, although I would have to be doing D&D in the middle of the night if I tried joining y'all. Yeah, that probably wouldn't work that well. Well, we'll deal with that when we get there.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about any of it.
Bro, I don't even got the. I still gotta make the fucking thing.
We gotta make what?
The campaign.
Oh, the campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta start working on my my next character. I know what I kind of want to do, but
yeah, after Monday, I'm gonna say, hey, you can start
really sending me stuff.
Yeah. I know the very basics.
Okay.
Like, I know what the starting area is going to be like. I know why you guys are going to be there, or what the main reason for being there is going to be.
Do you have a map for us yet?
I do not have a map.
Do you have a rough idea of when we'll start? Like mid-March or...
What's today? Today's
the 27th. It's late January.
Which means the last one will be January 30th. Last session, I mean.
The last session will be January.
No, the last
today's Saturday. Today's Saturday, yep.
It's now Saturday, yeah.
I thought it was like 11:59 or something.
Nah, it's almost 7 a.m. We are officially lads in the AM now.
Yep. Hell yeah. I could see it being. I could see it only being a couple weeks.
Oh, okay.
Like, also, depending on how fast you can get us to give you stories.
Yeah, I could see like end of February.
Okay.
A couple weeks into February, I could.
I think I have a solid plan for my character at this point.
Yeah.
So do I think.
I know that the starting town, which I'm thinking you guys are going to be there for a lot longer. I think we're going to do a lot less map movement.
And you had said that you want us to more stick in like one
more small scale, in depth in one area as opposed to large scale map movements.
Yeah, I think I like that for a campaign. We haven't done that.
It's basically a central area with neighboring nations to the north, or not, like neighboring areas to like northeast, south, and west.
Okay.
And you're all gonna be either like either you originated in the central area or you immigrated to the central area because of like war that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And basically we'll just decide which kind of area you're from and like why you're moving and why you're leaving and stuff.
Okay.
And I know there is one kind of quest in a particular town, like that I've had in my head for a long time, or kind of just like this scene that I think is really cool. And I kind of morphed it into a quest that I'm really excited for. I think that might just be like the first one that you kind of get lumped into.
So you kind of already have an idea of what the first session will look like.
Yeah.
So,
what was that, Dustin?
Can't wait to see how we fuck that up.
You sound like a robot.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's not great.
You still do. Can you say "Take me to your leader"?
Take me to your leader.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Now here's the real funny thing, Matt. You ready?
Yeah.
On the podcast, are me and you gonna sound like lunatics because Dustin will sound normal?
Probably not, because you're recording Discord, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it depends on. Sometimes Craig picks things up differently than we do. I swear.
No, yeah, you're right. Actually,
here so people are listening to. Dustin, I would unplug your mic, plug it back in, and maybe disconnect and reconnect. Yeah, that really just kind of came out of nowhere.
Oh.
Anyways, well, Dustin gets situated.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, hold on. How's it now?
Hey, you're all good.
You're back.
Unplugging helped.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Mute feature wasn't working. I'm sure if now that the mute feature worked, I don't sound like a robot.
All right, well, I'm glad you're all good now.
Yep.
So one kind of story bit that I can say.
Oh.
I'm kind of
already getting spoilers. I love it.
It's stuff that you would learn in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's still awesome to know. Yeah.
It would be
5 minutes spoil. Let's go.
It would be stuff that would be in like the like stuff document that would get reiterated. Document you would get a week before that would be reiterated in the beginning of the first session.
Yeah.
Not super spoiler. So basically, in the city that you're in, adventuring groups are very common.
Okay.
It's a very common kind of profession.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, governors of particular areas have these things called governor's tokens. That basically that's how they pay adventuring groups with these tokens. And if you go to the capital city, like one governor's token could like pay for like housing for like 3 months, or like enough food rations to last 6 weeks, or something like that. So instead of paying adventurers actual money like gold, they're paid in that.
Okay.
And the big thing that's happening is that the government has announced that they're no longer going to be producing these tokens.
Oh, no.
So the amount of tokens that particular governors have is as much as they have. And they're not going to be shifting to like paying gold. That's just going to be the end of the profession. So the campaign's essentially going to open with a mad rush of adventuring groups all trying to do as much as possible at the same time.
Because you have to like really earn that governor's coin now.
But like they're also not like going up in value. Like they're going to be more valuable to adventuring groups, but they're not going to be as valuable to like the people that you redeem them with.
Right.
So it's like, if I need one to get housing for 3 months, I need to collect as many as possible to have a place to live. So yeah, there is a mad dash to getting them, and that's gonna be like that's gonna be like the big thing that like starts everything.
All right, then.
That'll be fun.
So that is what I have for what I'm thinking.
I forget. Do you say this campaign was going to be like separate from the past 3? Because the past 3 has had like kind of an MCU sort of thing.
Yeah, this is outside the MCU.
Okay.
This is, yeah.
You think you do another MCU with this, or?
It depends where it goes. Probably not.
Okay, that's fair.
Maybe more of like if the campaign after is in a similar setting, maybe it's like a vague nod to here and there. Like, I liked the whole MCU thing. I think it's really cool, and there are certain things like, oh, this was your player character, but now they're like this real big important NPC. Or like these NPCs were kind of like they were just kind of there, but now they're something completely different. And I just, instead of making all new characters, I get to reuse old characters. I kind of have like, so it kind of feels like they're like somewhere after. I really liked it, but I'm also getting kind of sick of it.
Understandable.
That's fair, yeah.
And I'm like, I really liked it, but I'm not doing it again.
Yeah.
I'm stopping after Endgame, like Marvel probably
most should have. Yeah.
Maybe we get a Far From Home. But other than that, I have not seen a single movie. I have not seen a Marvel movie past Far From Home.
Same.
And I don't, except
Dude,
for
I've barely seen Marvel movies.
Except for Black Panther, which I kind of wanted to see. I really don't.
Black Panther and forever, am I right?
Dude, you're right, man.
I love the fight scene.
Yeah, you're right. The except for like Black Panther and James Gunn, Star-Lord,
Doctor Strange,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Except for that, those two, I really don't have any interest in the greater spirit, especially because I don't even know what they're doing. 69. I don't even know what they're doing anymore. Because didn't like the guy who's gonna play like Kang the Conqueror or something get like arrested?
Yeah. On domestic abuse charges.
Yeah.
They dropped him before he even got arrested. Like once the charges came out, they're like, okay, yeah, we're done with you.
Which isn't. I mean, I guess it makes sense from like a optic standpoint.
Yeah.
But he was gonna be the big guy. He threw away like the last acting he ever had to do.
Man, he could have just stopped there.
He could have just coasted on being a Marvel actor. Like, obviously, Robert Downey Jr. was great as Iron Man, but was he really acting? Was he really? There's a big difference between him as Iron Man and him as the dude from Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
that's a different kind of acting. The guy didn't have to do any real acting after that. He could just be an MCU character. Coast on that and make enough money to live the rest of your life. And he threw it away. It's insane.
So many sevens.
Dude.
Oh boy. Anything else going on in the world?
Nope.
How Nikki Haley lost for New Hampshire.
Shocking.
Yeah, I'm not.
Absolutely flabbergasted.
I'm not really.
How is this possible?
Who could have ever seen that coming?
Yep. So now the question, basically, the question isn't will the voters decide if Trump's the Republican candidate? The question is, will the Supreme Court have the balls to say he shouldn't?
Yeah.
And the answer is they won't.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Even though he very clearly is an insurrectionist, and as far as I can tell, the 14th Amendment applies here. They don't have the balls to do anything about it.
I mean, especially if he's found guilty of treason in the Georgia case or the New York case, whichever one it's in.
Yeah, it gets dumb.
Hey Rob, I like this thing we got going on here.
Yeah? Dude, I like it too. Got me,
Nice. I learned about the whole thing that's going on with this southern border.
Yeah?
How
with the barbed wire.
How they were like they've been working on like a thing, like something to help with it. And it had like bipartisan support and everything's going great. But then Republicans are like, damn, if we fix the border problems right now, what's Trump gonna talk about?
Nah. So they stop it.
So that now they're backing out because they want Trump to have something to talk about. It's like, what about all the problems? What about the fentanyl, McConnell?
Dude, seriously, the Republican
fentanyl,
man. Honestly, the more the Republican Party goes on and on and on, the more I'm ashamed that in high school I somewhat identified with the Republican Party.
I mean, I'll give you an out. It was a little bit different. The
Republican Party pre-Trump compared to post-Trump is so different.
But yeah, I identify as a libertarian in college. It's fine. We all have our phases.
I identify as a libertarian now. What are you talking about?
I watch Steven Crowder, dude.
To be fair, also, and I'm gonna say this because I don't want people thinking I'm a hypocrite, because I hate the fact that there are people out there who are like this. But like, I cannot understand how someone can be LGBT and Republican. When I was in the point of my life where I was identifying as somewhat Republican leaning, I also didn't have an inkling that I was LGBT. So
yeah.
Wait, I'm pretty sure. Like, oh well, if you're LGBT and you're a Republican, I think you also like steal people's kids.
I don't know.
And are
maybe
are technically Jewish but not Jewish.
And steal money for your campaigns.
And you like raise a fake campaign for some guy's dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I do know though is like, and I also will say that by the time I reached the age where I could vote, I like every presidential election I voted Democrat. But that was also the first presidential election we could do was 2016. So
I was watching this news show that I watched, and they were talking about Governor of Texas.
Yep, Abbott.
Greg Abbott.
The Oak Tree didn't do enough.
That fucker.
Should have fallen harder.
It's really funny.